Hello YouTube, I am Pinstar, and this is Banished, Strategy and Tactics, episode 34. After some repeated delays in me getting some time to record, I will be bringing to you guys a triple helping of Banished today, tomorrow, and on Friday. So worry not, Fickle Wood will not be neglected for much longer. So today I'm going to be covering ports, and specifically the auto purchase option that you have with ports. Now, in the beginning of the game, in the early game, when you have your first port or two, you're going to want to micromanage your purchases there. You're not going to want to let anything valuable pass you by, especially when you are still collecting your requisite seeds and herd animals. However, at this stage of the game, we don't really need to do that. We just want to make sure our goods are flowing out and the stuff we want is flowing in. So, what we are going to do, what I'm going to do is show you how to configure one of your ports. So we're going to, whoops, that one's one of the ones I already did. Here, this is the one I saved. Okay, so in order to configure one of your ports for auto purchasing, what you want to do is click on the Purchase tab. Now under Auto Purchase, you can choose to never, which is the default, when merchant arrives or when the merchant leaves. To maximize your options, you could do it as when the merchant leaves. For me, it doesn't really matter. I'll do it when they arrive, because I'm not going to be paying close attention to my individual merchants anymore, because I'm sure you guys are sick of me stopping what I'm doing to go futz with the merchants. So this will put an end to that, while still putting some actual use into my trading posts here. So the main stuff that we need to have inflowing into our economy here is stone, which I'm going to order 1,000 of, iron, which I'm also going to order 1,000 of, and fruits, because pretty much all of the fruits can be brewable. So if it's a food merchant and they are carrying fruit, we are interested, and I'm going to pre-buy the max of that of 99999. Everything else, we're okay. We don't really need to buy that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, to save us all some time, off screen I have set all the rest of my ports to that purchasing profile. Again, I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me futz with my ports any longer than you have to. So that's been taken care of. So that should be good. Now, one other thing I noticed is many episodes ago I gave you the tip of putting an herbalist near your city center, and that would act as a dispensary. And while I have been keeping up with my herbs, I have not been keeping up with my dispensaries. And also I've noticed that my herb totals have been lingering around 1,200 for most of the game, but now they're starting to decline. So I'm starting to use them up faster than I make them. So my next forest hub is going to be an herbalist. Actually, my next two, because this forest hub right here is eventually going to get leveled, and that contains an herbalist. So I'm going to need one to replace that herbalist plus one more to account for increasing demand. And speaking of increasing demand, I'm going to be plopping herbalists down at all of my city centers to act as dispensaries. Pretty much anywhere I have a market. So right here is going to be prime herbalist territory. And I'm going to put it over here just because you share a little bit of tree space, although those trees are eventually going to get knocked down. So you're actually going to act as a little mini collector yourself, at least until I level that forest. So that goes there. Where else do I have? I have one up here. And same concept here, although this forest I am going to keep in the long term. I'm going to... Do you fit there? No. Well, since this is so forest related, I'll just plop it right here. Yeah, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. Perfect. And, this is sort of city centery-ish. Can Can I fit you here? No? Maybe? Yes? No? I'm never actually going to find something that can fit there. I might as well face that. Okay, well that's pretty much it for City Center. So I'm not as behind as I thought, but that'll help us catch up with that. The other thing I wanted to do is, well, I need to plan out where my next angle of attack is, and I think I need to develop the rest of this area before I push past the river here, just because it's sort of like low-hanging fruit. And you know what? I'm going to test out a build here. I have a thunk, if you will. And that's going to require me to do a little bit of planning here. So let's do that. So here's my thought. And this might be a little bit too tight of a space to do it in, but I'm going to see if I can squeeze it in. Is what if we took an orchard and we did a 15 by 4 right here, and then we did a 15 by 4 right here, and then we did a 15 by 4 right here, like that. All right, so we will enrobe these with roads. This may seem kind of weird and inefficient, but trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. It might not be an interesting area to go with, but I'm going to go with it and see if this bears fruit. Literally speaking, because they're orchards. Okay. Now this is going to be sort of a design in progress here, so I'm not going to be calling it necessarily fully optimized, but yeah. Okay, so all right, so we've got this little courtyard area surrounded by these things, and we're going to get ourselves a storage barn, right? Actually, probably 2 storage barns, if I can do it. I can. Oh, that works out beautifully. So 2 storage barns. And maybe a little overkill for just 3 orchards. Like I said, it's a design in progress. I might bulk up the number of orchards I end up utilizing for this build here. But, okay, so we've got those. And we're going to get a couple of brewers. Actually, let me run that road down the center here in between these 2. That's going to sort of form the spine here, if you will. Okay, so, oh, it fits so snugly. Oh, okay, this is coming together exactly as I envisioned it, and that makes me happy. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we're looking at workers here. We have 1, 2, 3 for the orchards, plus 1 and 2 for the taverns. So that's a total of 5 workers. We'll round it up to 6 workers, so that means we need 3 houses. One, 2, 3. Wait, yeah, that works. Okay, so let me get the roads in here. There and there. Okay, so this is going to be what I call a, well, I gotta think of a snazzy name for it. I'll call it an orchard block for now. I'm sure there's a more creative name for it. In fact, if you can think of a more creative name for this, drop me a comment in the comments section, because this needs a little bit better name. It's too snug of a fit to not have that. And I'm going to use this as sort of a guinea pig here, because I'm not entirely sure 3 orchards is going to supply 2 taverns worth of stuff. But I'm going to give it a try, and if I see the taverns are a little undersupplied, then I might bulk up the number of orchards. But we're going to give that a try for now. So let's get the game started here. And get ourselves back to north-south. And get our workers in place. There we go. Oh, and one other note, I did not actually install the beta patch. I'm actually playing off of the DRM free version of the game, downloaded directly from Shining Rock Software's website rather than the Steam version. And just so as not to upset stuff, starvation, I am going to lead that off. So yeah, I'm going to get a few more starvation deaths as we go along here. But as soon as that beta patch comes out and it becomes a not beta patch, it just becomes a formal patch, then I absolutely will switch that over so we can stop doing this. Now, the other thing with this little build here is all three of these orchards are going to be the same crop because the two taverns here are also going to be brewing the same thing. So let's do apples. I like apples. Whoa, whoa. And now that they've cleared the trees here, I see some OCD problems here, but nothing a little cleanup can't help. Alright, so we're going to remove these buildings here, and we're going to remove these roads. I guess I don't need to remove those roads, but yeah. If we go here instead, oh, I know what I could do here to make this all fit. Let me remove these center roads. Oh, did you already build these roads? Yeah, you already built them. Okay. Let me make sure if I built my roads correctly here. I did. Okay, good. So you're going to go there, and yeah, I don't need to remove this road. Or this road, actually. It's just that middle road that needs to be removed. Actually, I do want to remove that road. And we'll get that over here. There. Okay. Carry on. Oop. And apples. And apples. And get the farmers for that and get those in the ground. Okay, so those are going up nice and quick. If you hear some rumbling outside, it is currently thunderstorming, so please bear that no mind, unless, of course, my power goes out, in which case this episode's going to end quite early. Okay, so they finally got rid of that road, which means I can make my third stone house right here. So they're all sort of encapsulated in their own little block here. And there's a little one-tile space here. Can't have perfect spacing, but that still might do us well enough to do that. And then to sort of tap this all off, we're going to build ourselves a trading post right here in the river. Oops. So all that hooch can go there. So it's sort of like a little self-contained economic ecosystem. There we go. couple more brewers. And make sure you guys are set to apples. Hello? Okay. Oh, speaking of brewers, that reminds me. One of my viewers very astutely pointed out that I was making a grievous error with some of my brewers. And that is, let's find it, wheat. Wheat ale is bad. I did not realize the math on this. I would not have advised you to do it in the first place had I known the math on this, but now that it has been pointed out to me, I want to point it out to you. Brewing wheat is a bad idea because it takes 10 units of wheat to make 1 unit of ale. 10 units of wheat equals 10 trading value. 1 unit of ale only equals 8 trading value. So you are losing trading value every time you brew it. So there's never a case when you want to do that because there's no such thing as ale diversity. Once you brew something into ale, it's ale. They don't care what kind of ale it is. So there's absolutely no reason to brew wheat. So that being said, let's. I'm going to be repurposing all of my wheat brewing to be non-wheat. The most efficient are the fruits. Pretty much everything but berries. Berries are still good. You still make a profit on berries, but you make the most profit on the other fruits. Peach, berries, pear, plum, wheat, go away. Peach, cherry. And let me just scan through here. Also, all of these other things that used to be wheat crops, I've replaced with not wheat crops. There's still a few stray wheat crops, but they're now back into proportion with the rest of my crop fields. So I'm not going insane with wheat because I'm not brewing it anymore. Wheat, no. You do berries and you do plum, that's fine. Okay, I think that that has taken care of stuff for me. Let me just make sure. Okay, good. Oh yes, and I need more herbalists now that I've built a few more of those. Yeah, I know you guys are going to be a little hungry for inventory until my orchards can actually start producing. Which, I mean, if you wanted to be at the most efficient about it, you could sort of par bake the orchards, let them get to maturity and let them start producing fruit, and then set up the rest of this node here, just to see if it might help you bear fruit here. But like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on this, see if these 3 orchards are going to be enough to keep these 2 taverns busy. Because I can certainly conceivably enrobe the entire thing with orchards to give it some more stuff and still have it be a perfect square. The main goal being modular design, so you can sort of plop these little orchard squares around your city in a logical fashion to preserve space and still put effective patches of use. And sort of like in the same way that the Crossroads build here is a modular design where you can just sort of repeat it wherever the space and needs demand it. I'm trying to make a sort of a booze flavored Crossroads design here. So again, this is not something I have done before, so this is just sort of me poking around and trying out a new strategy, and this is absolutely the method you want to go about it. Try it out, especially in an established city where if it doesn't work and it's a little bit less efficient and these people kind of waste their time a little bit, it's not going to cause the imminent collapse of our town. So yeah, we should be in a good place there, and there's certainly enough housing around there. Alright, well, my timer is telling me that I think this is a good particular logical stopping place. So I'm going to cut it here. So in our next episode, I'm going to keep a further eye on this while I expand out probably the rest of this little area down here, maybe a little something over here, and also try and get a new forest hub going down here so that I can make room out of this one. or perhaps this one. I'm not sure which of my old forest hubs I'm going to demolish first. This one I'm probably going to keep around because it's on the edge of the map. Okay, so if you like this video, you want to see more of it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave me a like, and of course leave me a comment. And if you have a creative idea for what you want to call this little modular design here, I'm open to suggestions. So until next time, this is Pinstar signing out. Have a good one.